Coming to you from the heart of Midland, this is the final episode of MPS Today for the 2013-14 school year, the June 2014 MPS Today. My name is Scott Cochran, MPS Curriculum Specialist and host of the show. Today is a great show. We get a chance to meet all of our international exchange students. We have 8 students here from all over the world who are attending Dow High School and Midland High School for this school year. Remember that you can catch the show on our YouTube site. Just go to the Midland Public Schools website, www.midlandps.org, and click on the YouTube button in the top right-hand corner. That'll take you to the YouTube page, and you can catch all of our shows there. If you click the subscribe button on the YouTube page, you'll get notices whenever we post a new show. You can also find us on your TV station on Charter Cable Channel 190 and on UVerse Channel 99. So with the business out of the way, let's get forward to meeting our guest. Here in the studio right now, we have several students from Thailand. We have Cochran Supatrabutra, who's at Midland High School, and from Dow High School, Bam Saricha Taiwapong. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Now, Bam and Cochran, how have you enjoyed your time here in Midland? Has it been a good school year for you?
I've really enjoyed Midland High since the first day I've been in the soccer team earlier in the fall, before the school even started. The friends are really friendly, and this community really welcomed me really well. I really like this community.
Good. Yeah, it's kind of neat to have a sport at the beginning of the school year because you get to meet people even before classes start, isn't it? So.
Yep.
And Bam, how about you? How have you enjoyed Dow High School?
Yeah, I like it here. I've met so many friendly people, and I have good host families. And
good.
Yeah.
And what kind of activities or things have you done outside of the regular school day?
I hang out with my host sisters, and
yeah.
For school I was in prom, and I was in tennis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that kept you really busy.
Yeah.
And who are you living with? Who's your host family?
I was with the Ryan and the Acker and the Yezak, and now I'm with the Paquette.
Okay. Good. That's a nice family, so for
Yeah,
sure.
they're really nice.
And how about for you? You said you played soccer, and what else have you done outside of school?
In winter, I joined a pong club,
Okay.
and it went really well for me. I ranked number 4 out of the entire pong club, which has 42 members.
Okay.
And
So
recently,
I'm sorry to interrupt. How often did you guys play ping pong after school then?
we play ping pong every day after school,
Okay.
from 2:30 to 5:30,
Okay.
and we have a tournament every week, and it was real fun.
Yeah. So you did really well, it sounds like. All right. Now I know I saw you play my son a couple times there. Did you beat him all the time?
Let's say most of the time.
Most of the time. Okay. Good. I'll point that out to him when I go home. So, all right. And who are you living with? Who's your host family?
I've lived with the Trent all year long.
And they're a nice family too, aren't they?
Yep,
So,
really nice.
good. Well, tell us a little bit about your home. So you're both from Thailand, but you're not from the same area, are you? So, Bam, where are you from in Thailand?
I'm from Bangkok.
Okay. So it's a big city. About how many people?
10 million.
Well, it's a huge city.
Yeah,
so now are you
it is.
right in the middle of the city, or are you kind of on the outskirts of town, or where are you?
Not really outskirts, but in between.
So when you go outside of your home, you're right in the middle of
Yeah.
a lot of things going on. Do you miss that? When you came to Midland, it was a big change. Then.
Yeah, I miss that a lot.
Yeah, okay, of course. And how about for you? Where are you from?
I'm from Chonburi. It's around an hour and 15 minutes away from Bangkok.
Okay.
And it was quite a big city, but not as populated and not as busy as Bangkok. Yep.
Okay, great. Well, you've been in the U.S. for many months now, for almost a whole school year. What do you miss the most about life in Thailand or with your family back home?
Well, for me, I really miss Thai food.
Okay.
Because the Thai food in America, I would say they're pretty good, but they're not original.
Well, I'm sure it's not going to be the same. So what's your favorite dish? Like, what are you really hoping that your mom or dad makes when you go home?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to the noodles bowl. They have a noodle bowl here in Midland too. They're not as quite the same as Thailand.
Okay. All right. So where did you get the best Thai food since you came to the United States?
Best Thai food, I would say Asian Express.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite dish there?
Pad Thai. It's
Yeah.
the Thai noodles.
Yeah, sure. I like the pad Thai too, so they do a good job. And how about for you, Bam? What are you looking forward to when you go home?
My family and friends and Thai food.
Yeah. And what's your favorite dish then?
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you found some that was at least passable here? Did you enjoy the Asian Express or the new place
I
in
like
town?
the one that is in Lansing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You found a good one there, did you?
Yeah.
What was that called?
Taste of Thai.
Okay. All right. Great. Now, what were you down in Lansing for? Were you visiting the university there, or were you?
My whole sister. She lives there and
Okay.
studies there.
Great. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
It's a nice town. Now, what is school like back home for you? Is it similar to Dow High or Midland High, or is it very different? I see you shaking your head no. How is it different?
In my school, I have to wear uniform, and my school there are 3,500 students,
Oh, wow.
so it's pretty big compared
very
to Dow
big, yeah.
High. Yeah.
And how many different grades or ages of students?
I'm from kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay, all in the same facility.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. And I have 8 subjects per day, so I work hard there.
Yeah, I guess so. When you leave school, do you have a lot of work to do, a lot of schoolwork to do before you come back the next day, or do you most?
Yeah, I do.
How much time do you think you spend on homework on a given day?
About 2 hours
Okay.
or more.
Yeah, so it keeps you busy.
Yeah.
And Corin, how about you? What's it like?
I would say from BAM, my school in Thailand is really small. It's an international school, so there are mixtures between countries from Europe, Asia, and America. My school size from pre-K to grade 12 is 350 students, and it's a really nice community there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you're probably looking forward. When you go back, how many years do you have left in school?
I have 2 more years left.
Okay, so you have a ways yet. And then when you graduate, do you have any ideas what you might want to do?
I'm really looking forward to be a chemical engineer or a petroleum engineer like my dad right now. And I'm looking forward to go to Michigan,
Yeah.
UMM.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's a great school. All right. And Bam, how about for you? Do you have how much school do you have left when you go back home?
I have 2 more years.
And then do you have an idea about what you'd like to do when you graduate?
Yeah, I want to be a cosmetic scientist. Yeah, I like chemistry.
Great. And are you looking forward? Are you planning to come to school back in the United States or in Thailand or somewhere else? Haven't figured that out yet?
No.
Okay. You got time to figure it out still, right?
Yeah.
Tell us something that you did here in Midland that was a lot of fun that you couldn't do back home or that you had never done before.
For me, I really enjoy playing football, just throwing the football around because in Thailand we don't play football.
Okay.
We call soccer football in Thailand.
Sure.
And it's really interesting to play a football because the ball shape is different from what we usually play, which is round. And I found it really interesting to watch it too.
I bet, yeah. Bam, how about you?
Mine is probably pom because we don't have pom in Thailand.
So did you enjoy that? It's kind of a mixture of dance and,
Yeah.
and gymnastics and
Yeah.
everything else. It's a big team at Dow
Dow.
High School too, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many students?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's a lot. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people out there. So you had a good time doing that.
Yeah.
Neat. That's good. It's good that you both got involved in school activities while you're here as well. Well, I tell you what, Bam and Corin, thank you very much for coming in to talk with us today. We really appreciate it. And good luck as you head back home.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You bet. You're welcome. Well, up next, we'll meet our international exchange students from Denmark, Latvia, and Turkey. So stick around for more MPS Today right after this.
Woo-hoo!
Get out to the forest
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Hey guys, wait up!
and discover the wonders of nature with your family.
These trees are the key to our way of life.
Fresh air,
What a glorious morning!
clean water,
Woohoo! This is great!
and endless forest adventure.
Let's rock this jungle!
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome to Counselor's Corner. My name is Craig Hawkins. I'm counselor at Midland High School. This is Lori Hallberg, counselor at Dow High School. We're here today to cover some of the important topics for the month of June. One important area is final exams. Students will be taking final exams during the week of June 9th, and that's an important time. We'd like students to be prepared, study well for it, because it is a very important test for all of our kids. Also, after that, we will have final grades, and those will be available on home access during the month of June. So be looking for those, because that's important as well. We want to know how all of our kids are doing, and it also helps you see where you're at and where your kids are at the same time. Another thing that we'll do is freshman orientation at Midland High School, and that's actually going to be in the month of August. So we would like parents to be incoming 8th grade parents to be looking for a notification of the exact date for that. And it is a good opportunity for incoming 8th graders to get a feel for Midland High. And we want them there. We go through a mock schedule. We give them a lot of information. So it is a good opportunity for kids.
At Dow High in August, we will have a new student orientation. So it's not just limited to 9th grade, but 9th through 12th grade. Any student who will be new to Dow High will come to the orientation and just kind of get a feel for what the school is about, where things are located, and just to feel a little more comfortable for when school starts. Our current seniors, they are graduating on June 6th, which means our current juniors are almost seniors and should start thinking about life after high school. For those juniors who are looking at college for after high school, should spend some time in the summer either doing research, which we have done both schools with our students on a couple different websites, MyCap or Michigan Cap, and also Parchment. But also having a tour of schools that your students are interested in really helps the student to see how they feel for that school. Is it too big? Is it too small? Maybe talk to some teachers, see what the dorms are like, eat in the cafeteria, just see what life at whatever school, what it feels like. So that helps your student, but it also helps you as parents to feel a little more comfortable with that next step as well. Also in the summertime, a lot of students do volunteer work. And I would really recommend you keep track of those hours and what your students do volunteer-wise. When they become seniors and they're filling out applications, they may need to list volunteer work that they've done. And they might have to say how many hours they've done at whichever location and what type of duties. So keeping a list or a spreadsheet only helps you to keep track of that and be able to write it out when it's needed. So that's Counselor's Corner for the month of June. Have a great summer, and we will see you back in the fall.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to MPS Today. In the studio with us now, we have more international exchange students from both high schools. Philip McKay from Denmark, Sonora Reinkopa from Latvia, and Osan Yakar from Turkey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Now, tell us a little bit about where you're from in your home countries. Osan?
I'm from Turkey. I live in the city called Izmir, which has population 4 million and 600 kilometers south of Istanbul.
Okay.
It's kind of a big city compared to Midland.
Well, I think so with 4 million, yeah. So now, are you right in the town, or are you kind of out in the countryside?
I live in downtown.
Okay. So that's been a big change for you coming to Midland then.
Yeah, it's like I see the diversity between big city and small city.
Yeah. And have you enjoyed getting to be in a small town for a while?
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah. And what do you miss the most about being in a town of 4 million people?
Public transportation, because we exchange students cannot drive. We don't have a driving license because in my country, driving age is 18. And in here, I cannot take a driving license, and I need to ask somebody to drive me there.
Yeah.
In my country, we have ferries, subways, buses, and taxis. Like whenever we want, we can use.
Sure. So that's a big change for you.
Yeah.
And now tell us again, where in Turkey?
Izmir. It's in one western province.
Okay. So you're closer to the European side of Turkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonora, how about for you? Where are you from?
I live in Latvia, city which is Liepāja. It's in West Coast. It's like right next to Baltic Sea.
Okay.
So I've lived like next to sea all my life. Like my school was 10 minutes away from it, so I could like walk.
Sure.
And it's kind of different for me, so that we don't have water near.
Right.
So yeah, that's the kind of different. But the city, it's not really big. I mean, it's a little bigger than Midland. But yeah.
So it's been a change for you not to be that close to the ocean then, or
Yes.
to the Baltic Sea. So what is it like in that part of the Baltic? I mean, do people go fishing? Do they go boating? I mean, is there ice skating in the wintertime? I mean, what do people do?
Yeah, they do all that kinds of stuff. They go fishing and boating and.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a perfect day in the Baltic for you? If you're going to go to the sea for the day, what would you do?
I would take my friends. We would go to beach, hang out, just like in summer when it's warm.
Sure.
We would just play volleyball, swim, and yeah.
Okay. And where you are in Latvia, how much of the year could you do that? How much of the year would it be comfortable to be at the beach and hanging out?
Probably 2.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's similar to here then.
Yes,
similar
it is.
length of time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Philip, you're from Denmark.
Yeah.
Where are you from in Denmark?
I'm from a town called Vilum, which is in the suburbs of Copenhagen. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to Midland, but it's in another country, so it's very different in other ways. Like we have bike lanes everywhere and trains everywhere. You can literally get anywhere by train or bus.
So people aren't as dependent on cars like we are here, sounds like. And you said you're near Copenhagen. How far from Copenhagen are you?
It would take 20 minutes by train.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got the advantages of living in a smaller town, but if you wanted to go to the big city, it's not too far away. So that must be nice. Well, tell us a little bit more about your hometowns. Philip, to continue on that, what do people do in your town? What is it like there?
Well, we have a lake in the town, and in the summertime, all the students hang around out there, and usually I study a lot because we have a lot of studies, but otherwise we just hang around, usually by the lake, or go into Copenhagen.
Okay. And what do you do when you go into Copenhagen? What do you like to see there or do there?
Usually just to hang around or go shopping.
When you and your friends aren't having to study, or if it's in the wintertime and you can't go to the beach, what do you all like to do?
Well, we have public transportation.
Yeah.
As you guys said, yeah, we have that thing in Europe. And we also walk a lot. Like here you barely can see people walking on the streets, but they're like...
Everybody's walking on the street.
Almost, yeah. So, like in winter when it's cold, we usually we can go to the mall, or go to movies and something like similar to here.
Sure.
But we don't have to own a car to get to places, or ask our mom and dad, can I please go? Can you please take me?
That must be nice.
Yeah, it's good to have public buses.
Now, Osan, Turkey is a very diverse country.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Turkey is in between Europe and Asia. 15% of the country is in Europe and 85% is in Asia. If you go to the West Turkey, you will see very orthodox culture. But if you go to East, you will see more Georgian, more Russian, more Armenian culture. So, if you go to South, you can see the Arabic culture too. And so if you have that diversity, it's kind of, I feel it's one advancement for my country, because I can see different countries' culture. So it's kind of cool.
Right there at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your family background like then?
My family migrated from Yugoslavia.
Okay.
Close to 100 years ago. And when I was growing up, I see that Yugoslavian culture. My city was 100 years ago was a city which has 50% Greek, 50% Turkish population, and after First World War and our Independence War, Greeks migrated to Greece and Turkish people migrated to Turkey. So it turned to be a Turkish city, but we feel still Greek culture, and in my family I feel the Yugoslavian culture.
So there's a lot of different influences at play in the same area. Now, who do you live with at home?
I live with my parents, but when I go back to Turkey, I will live in Istanbul in dormitory because I will start to college because I graduated in my country.
Okay, so you live with your mom and dad, and when you go back home, where are you going to be going to school in Istanbul?
In Istanbul, it's kind of American college. It was an American college, but Turkish government had a law. They bought to college. Now it's a Turkish college, but they do English education. One of the reasons I came to the United States is that learning English.
Sure, sure. And do you feel like your English is much stronger after a year here?
Yeah, after 8 months.
Yeah.
Like I was barely saying my name when I come to here, and like you have two chances. If you're surrounded with the language, you will learn or you will starve, because I didn't know how to say I'm hungry. This is 3 words, but like I have two chances: learn how to say and be full, or other chances starve. I learned, and
well, I guess I speak for everybody when I say we're all glad that you learned. Then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
we don't want you to come here and starve. That's for sure. Yep. So, Sonora, who do you live with back at home?
I live with my mom.
Okay. And you mentioned that you're moving soon. You and your mom are moving to.
Well, yeah, my mom will live in a different place, in a different city in Sweden, so I'll live alone. I'll maybe take my 2 dogs with me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And you're headed to a school in Sweden.
Yeah, I am.
To study, what are you going to be studying there?
I'll be studying art. Yeah, it's kind of my thing. I love art.
And is there a particular kind of art media that you like to work with? Or?
I like to work with ink and acrylic paint.
Okay. And if you had your perfect painting, what would it be, like a landscape or people or a still life, or what would you?
It would probably be an animal, like a elephant or giraffe.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. And Ozan, I forgot to ask you, what are you going to be studying when you go to school?
My major is electrical engineering now.
Okay.
I will start my major. We have to choose our major before we start the university.
All right. So you'll be doing a lot of studying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. And Philip, tell us about who you live with back at home and what that's like for you.
I live partly with my mom and partly with my dad.
Okay.
And my little brother, who's 8 years old.
All right. So do you miss your brother being this far away for 8 months?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So do you guys communicate via Skype or anything like that? Or?
Yeah. We Skype probably once every second week. And, yeah.
And how's he doing this year back home?
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Skyped with him last month when it was his birthday, and I could see him open his presents and stuff like that. Yeah,
cool.
That was nice.
What's he like to do? What are his hobbies?
He plays a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess kids are kind of the same all over the world. My 5-year-old loves video games too.
Yeah.
So, now let's talk about school back home. What is your school like? Is it similar to Midland and Dow High School, or is it different? What's it like?
It's very different. I come from a very small school. We do separation students for level to level, and I was a hardworking student, so I was in high level school, and my school population was 240.
Oh, okay.
Compared to Dow High, it's kind of small.
Sure.
Because 600 and 240. We knew everybody in our school, but like it's impossible in the Dow High.
Yeah, over 1,000 students. Yeah, you're not going to know everybody. So, all right. And so, was it students that are all planning on going to college after high school then that were in your school?
Yes.
Okay. And Sonora, how about for you?
Well, school is different. We don't have different students in every class. We have the same students, and then we're just moving all together from class to class, and then we have different teachers, of course.
So you're with the same group all day long then?
Yeah, like I've been with the same people for 9 years.
Okay. And so what's that like? I mean, does that ever get, I imagine it's part of it's wonderful and part of it's not.
Well, yeah, we fight a lot.
Yeah.
We get in fights, of course, but we get along pretty well.
Yeah. You know each other really well too.
Yes.
So I'm sure that's nice also. And Philip, is your school similar to Midland High, or is it?
Yeah, well, exactly like in Latvia, we stay with the same people and go around to the different classes. I graduated from a school 2 years ago where we went in the same class for 10 years, so with same 25 people.
Right.
So yeah, and I still have 2 more years to go until I graduate from my new school.
Now, did you all have to take exams to get into the school that you have been in?
Yes.
Or did you have to take a big test at the end of your previous, like you said you've been with a group for 10 years and then the last 2 years did you have to take a big test at the end of that? So is that true in Latvia as well?
We graduate 2 times.
Okay.
We graduate in the end of 9th grade which is like the end of middle school, and then we have 3 years of high school, then we graduate after
The
that.
students are separated out at the end of middle school into different programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell us a little bit about Midland for you. What have you enjoyed the most about living in Midland?
Cold.
The cold?
This winter was horrible because I live in a city like Florida. We see minimum 40s, and in here when I see the -20, it was kind of horrible.
Now, even for those of us that are from Michigan and have lived here our entire lives, this was a cold winter. Yeah, there's no question. It was a tough one. So did you have to go buy a lot of new clothes?
Yeah, like in my cousins were exchange students too. So they said, what you buy in Turkey won't work because like Michigan is a horrible place for winter.
Actually, I hope you don't think it's a horrible place.
In general, it's a very cool place, but
yeah, the weather was a little cold for you. I get it. You know, people in my family were complaining about the weather this winter too, and they've lived here for their entire lives. So, and was there anything that you liked about Midland, about being here?
I really liked snow because I have experienced just one time in my life, and when I come here, I experienced one more time all the winter. It was kind of cool. Like I did also winter activities. I did cross-country skiing, downhill skiing. Cross-country is fun, but downhill, like I cannot stop. They do that pie. I try to do pie. It doesn't stop. I say plan B, use the stick, and start rolling over. You know? Well. Same kind of process.
All right. Yeah, that takes a little. It takes a little getting used to the whole skiing thing. Yeah. And Stor, how about for you? What is something you've enjoyed about Midland?
What do I like about Midland? I don't know. I mean, Midland is a really nice city. It's pretty, yeah. I like downtown.
Okay.
But there's not much to do here.
I can see how for a young person it's a pretty quiet town.
Yeah. But yeah, I went skiing, like not in Midland, but yeah, the other city. So yeah, that was my winter, kinda just quiet and cold.
All right.
A lot of snow.
Yeah. Did you get involved in any after-school activities?
I'm in drama club.
Okay. And how's that going for you? Enjoying that?
Yeah, I love it.
What kind of plays or shows are you guys doing?
We did Into the Woods 3 weeks ago.
I heard that was a great show. I didn't have a chance to see it. Did it go well?
Yes, it was amazing. It was really good. Everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
It was super long time and rehearsals and everything.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work to put on a show.
Yes, it did take a lot of work.
All right.
But we did it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was really good.
Good job. Philip, what's something that you've enjoyed about your time at Midland High School?
I think all the sports, the whole school spirit that kind of builds up around the sports. I think it's pretty amazing that you can have a football field at your school. In Denmark, we don't have sports at our school. You have to go to clubs and stuff. So I think it's great how everyone is supportive of each other's, like your classmates. And
there's a lot of school spirit, and the events become real community events too. So I think that's kind of a unique American thing. I've heard that from other exchange students too. So last question, what's something that you're really looking forward to doing or seeing when you go back home?
It's a hard question. Actually, I know the answer. My friends, my family, and people in Turkey. Like I don't need to know because you know, like climate changes the human behavior, and I live in a warm city compared to Midland.
Sure.
So people are like more communicate each other more than Midlands. Like it was firstly hard to get used to, but after I got used to it, it's not a problem.
Yes.
But again, I miss those things.
So you'll look forward to settling back into your traditional culture that you're from. And Snor, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see my cat.
Okay.
Yeah, I really miss my cat.
Sure, of course.
I don't have a cat here.
All right.
But yeah, of course I miss my mom and my friends. And
well, of course. Yeah, we'll give Mom a little love too, of course, yes. But But that'll be nice. And you have a big transition waiting for you, going to a new school and a new country and everything. So you've got a lot of changes when you go back.
Yeah, home, I really miss my friends. They text me like almost every day, and I'm like, I don't have time.
You're going to have to spend a little bit of time with them before you head out of town again. Yeah. And Philip, what are you looking forward to?
Friends and family.
Yeah. Same thing. So, is there a special meal like that you want your mom or your dad to make for you when you go home? This perfect food that you haven't been able to have for the last 8 months?
I mean, we have hot dog stands everywhere, so that'll probably be one of the first places I'll go.
All right, good. Well, Philip and Snora and Osan, thank you very much for talking with us today, and thanks for visiting with us here in Midland this year. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And best of luck as you go back home.
Thank you.
You bet. Well, up next, we'll get our update on the Jefferson Middle School reading auction, and then we'll meet our final international exchange students from Asia and Australia. So stick around for more MPS Today right after this.
For over 70 years, Smokey Bear has asked you to use fire responsibly.
Fire is due to an unattended campfire. Go time.
Here's how you can stay on the front lines of preventing wildfires. Always watch your campfire before leaving. Drown it, stir it, drown it again, and feel that the fire is out cold.
Oh, bullseye!
And you won't need a visit from these guys.
Copy that.
You can be Smokey's wingman when enjoying nature and prevent wildfires. Visit SmokeyBear.com for more fire prevention tips.
So, how much money do you have?
I have $9,756.
And how long did it take you to get that much money?
It took me since like September.
I have $1,288.
What are you bidding on right now?
I'm bidding on the cash box and the $50 iTunes card.
What do you want the most?
Kind of the iTunes card.
I'm bidding on some golf balls and some golf gloves because you know, I enjoy golfing. So.
Was it worth reading everything you read to do this?
Yeah, I actually like reading.
Okay, so this was fun for you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I read a few books. I probably could have filled out more sheets, but yeah, it probably took a few books to.
What are you doing here at the auction today?
Mrs. Lambert asked different parents to sign up to come in for 2-hour shifts and monitor the kids as they were bidding, making sure that they understood the bidding process and to make sure that we had kids from Mrs. Lambert's class and not other students coming into the auction today.
And what have you seen with the students today?
It looks like the iPad mini is a hot item today. There's a lot of interest in the golf items, and I think almost everything has a bid. So another hot item is the hot dog cooker. Kids are really enjoying that. So it should be a good bidding day for everybody. Mrs. Lambert puts in a lot of work, and I know that there were a lot of kids that read books so they could have the money to spend at this auction today.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Hi, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to MPS Today. I hope you enjoyed the update on the Jefferson Middle School reading auction. What a great program, getting excited about reading and rewarding students for thinking about the reading that they do. It's very worthwhile. Now we're joined now in the studio by our final international exchange students, 2 from Midland High School and 1 from Dow High School. We've got Con Gin from Vietnam, and Claudia Radburn from Australia, and Juno Park from South Korea. Welcome to the show. Well, tell us a little bit about your hometowns. Where are you from? Where are you from in South Korea?
Yongin. There's like beside Seoul.
So by Seoul. So and then how far from Seoul are you?
Like 15 minutes. Okay. So kind of, yeah.
Close by. And how big of a town or how small of a town?
My town is really big, so lots of fun stuff.
Yeah. So was that a big adjustment for you coming to Midland then, kind of a smaller town?
Yeah, first time I feel like country, but but now I love Midland, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Sure, we'd like to hear that. I'm going to come back to you, Claudia, in a second. So, Con, where are you from in Vietnam?
I'm from Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay.
Like, it's the old Saigon.
Yeah.
But now they changed to Ho Chi Minh City. It's a big city, and it's really busy and crowded.
Are you right in the town then? Right in the
Yeah.
city, I mean? And do you miss all that hustle and bustle and activity, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I miss them a lot.
Now, Claudia, tell us about your hometown.
I live in Central West New South Wales, so it's a really rural area. My town's about the size of Midland, but it's a little more spread out.
What's it called?
Dubbo.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's my school is about half an hour from where I live, so I've got to travel everywhere.
That makes for a long day.
It does, yeah, but our school days are a lot shorter because, like, before I graduated, I was a senior, so I took elective classes, and I only had to go to school about 3 hours a day, depending on what day it was.
Okay. And what are you looking forward to doing when you go back home then? So you're all done with high school.
Yep.
And what are you going to be doing when you go back?
I really want to travel, like, Australia, because I haven't been a lot of places in Australia, and I didn't really care before I left.
Yeah.
And now I'm sort of like, oh, I want to go and see places. And yeah, I'm really excited to see my family, of course.
Of course. All right. Well, you've been in the U.S. for many months, 8 months, probably about right now. What do you miss most about living at home? Khan, how about you?
Well, I miss my family and friends so much. But I talk with them like every day, so it's kind of fine with me. But I still really want to meet them right now.
Of course, that makes a lot of sense. And when you are talking with your family and friends, I'm curious, do you use cell phones or you look on Skype or what are you doing?
I use Skype.
Okay.
I talk with my parents every day, every night.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I still have connect with them,
Right.
and they're still good.
All right.
And I'm glad.
And Juno, how about you?
I miss family, but I also miss like public bus. You know, here we don't have like public bus. You know, not
Right.
school bus. So I mean, I can't go.
There's no train, there's no bus, there's no subway. Yeah.
So I can't go anywhere. So I miss my public bus, and
Yeah.
I can hang out with my friends. But here it's like I should call my friends and, oh, let's hang out, and they pick me up, and
Sure.
so I
That's
don't
very
like that.
different.
Yeah.
Now, when you get together with your friends in South Korea, what do you all go out and do?
Like watch.
Well, you say you. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You said you like to watch.
Watching movie and
Okay.
play soccer. Yeah.
Okay.
Some fun stuff.
Sure. And Claudia, you mentioned that you like to go to work with your dad.
Yeah, so my dad builds center pivot and linear irrigators, so most of the year he's away doing work on other parts, like the south in Australia. So I worked with him for a few years before I left, so I go away with him a fair bit, and I visit my sister a lot. She's got 2 daughters, so I like seeing them.
Sure. And what when you are with your family and you're not working, you know, what do you guys like to do for fun in Central Australia?
During the summer, because our summers are quite hot, we spend a lot of time together as a family. I think that's probably what I miss the most. Just like every Sunday we'll just hang out at the house, or my house is like on a river, so we go down there quite a lot and just swim and have fun.
I bet. And Juno, who do you live with at home? You live with your mom or your dad or brother or sister? I mean, who's in your house?
In Korea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm only child, so my parents and I.
All right.
So I feel alone, you know.
And Khan?
Well, I live with my parents and my brother, but last year my brother moved to Washington State, so now I moved here, so I'm sure that my parents feel a little bit lonely.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Your brother's going to school in Washington State?
Yeah.
And how is he enjoying that?
He loves it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's doing really well there.
Good. Well, let's talk about that. So you're planning, when you go back, how many years of high school do you have left?
I think 3 more.
3 more? And then are you hoping to go to school in the United States or
Yeah.
in Vietnam? Or?
I hope I could go back here again.
Yeah, okay.
So nice here.
And any idea what you might want to study in college?
Well, I didn't think about it yet.
Yeah, you still have a while to figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, Claudia, you have an interest in psychology, you said.
Yes, I've always been interested in psychology. I'm not really sure why. I hope to attend Penn State for that. Otherwise, kind of a big change, but I'd like to go to Duke University for international relations.
Okay.
One or the other.
One or the other.
Don't know yet.
Have you applied? When do you apply? Have you already applied, or are you waiting to hear back? Or
I would apply for next fall.
Okay.
So like not the coming fall. but the
right,
next
so you got a year away yet. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been taking psychology classes with Mrs. Snyder at Dow High School, and how's that going?
It's really good. I love it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and Mrs. Snyder's a really good teacher.
Yeah, she's phenomenal, isn't she?
She watches this. She's probably gonna get a bit embarrassed. But.
No, she's a very good teacher, isn't she? So, and how many years of high school do you have left?
Like 2 years.
Okay. And any thoughts about what you want to do after you graduate?
I want to be a politician, so I will prepare for that.
And what would you go to school for to be a politician?
Like university.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go Michigan, U of M.
Yeah.
Or NYU.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm biased because I grew up in Ann Arbor and went to U of M, so it's a great school. You should go there for sure. We can talk about that later. So, tell us a little bit about something you've done in Midland that you weren't able to do back home. Is there something that was new or different for you that you experimented or tried while you were here? Juno, how about you?
Like,
it's like a test.
Yeah, actually kind of same, you know.
You did a lot of the same sort of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you join any clubs or any after-school activities at all?
I joined international club and key club.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So you got a chance to do some things there.
Yeah, like volunteer.
Sure. And did you do any speaking engagements? Did you have to go to Kiwanis or Rotary and talk about South Korea at all, or?
Not really.
No, we'll have to get you to do that before you go. That way you can practice being a politician, getting up in front of people. Con, how about you? Have you had a chance to do something different while you were at school here in Midland High?
I think it's the art. Because in my country, I'm not doing art a lot, but in here, I can like creative and do what I like, and I love it.
Oh, that's good. Neat. So who was your art teacher?
Miss Townsend.
Okay. Yeah, she's a very, very good teacher.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I love her so much.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. And Claudia, how about for you? What's something new or different for you this year at school?
I think because Midland is so close, like, I have more of an opportunity to like hang out with friends and stuff. And Dow High just did their production of Xanadu, and I was a minor lead in that.
Oh, okay.
So that was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So.
It takes a lot of effort, though, too, doesn't it?
It does, but it's really worth it. And I have a bit of a biased opinion, but
yeah.
I think it was the best show like ever. So.
Well, good. That's what you should think when you're in a show like that. All that time and energy you put into it. So, is there something in particular that you're looking forward to doing when you're going back home? A meal that you want your parents to make for you, or people that you want? I know you want to hang out with your family and friends, but is there something special you want to do when you go back home? Any of you, Claudia?
As like the first thing I'm gonna eat when I get home is Vegemite.
Vegemite, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't get that around here.
No, you can get very bad knockoffs.
Okay.
But
so the real deal, you got to go back home.
Yes,
so.
you do. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
All right, good. That's something to look forward to. Con, how about you?
Well, I think I will hang out with my friend more, and I hope my brother's go back to visit my family so I can spend more time with him.
Well, Con, Claudia, and Juno, thank you very much for coming into the studio to talk with us today. We appreciate it, and good luck when you go back home.
Thank you.
You bet. Well, that's a wrap on the 2013-14 season of MPS Today. We hope you'd enjoy the show, and we're looking forward to bringing you new ideas and information about next school year. Be on the lookout for updates for the 2014-15 school year in August, and we'll catch you next time on MPS Today.